How are you, beautiful? You doing okay?
Dr. Mark Morales is a local pediatric heart surgeon with a gift that saves the lives of children.
The majority of these kids have no choice. I mean, they die if they don't get operated on. This gives them a chance for life, and you know, it's a good thing.
3 News travels to Mexico for an exclusive story about children and the doctor who gives them a chance at life. The Heart of a Child, a Mission of Miracles, Monday on 3 News at 10.
Well, now to a special report on medical care, and we need to warn you that this report contains exclusive but graphic shots of actual surgeries taking place. We think most people will find it fascinating, but if you're a little squeamish, you may want to turn away for a few minutes. But when it comes to top-notch care for kids here in the Coastal Bend, particularly for heart problems, there's no question that Driscoll Children's Hospital can fill the need. But what about kids from outside the area, kids who live as far away as central Mexico? It turns out they, too, can have a connection to Driscoll and to at least one local doctor who is thoroughly familiar with the heart of a child.
Yeah, stop. Now I'm looking inside the heart.
It's life-saving open heart surgery that Dr. Mark Morales of Corpus Christi performs almost every day.
And I have opened the right atrial chamber, the right atrium, and through the right atrium, I'm going to look at the hole inside the heart.
Morales, who's in charge of cardiothoracic surgery at Driscoll Children's Hospital, is operating on a 5-month-old boy, closing a hole between the heart's lower chambers.
Okay, how about now?
Yes, I can see the hole.
Okay. Okay, so see the sutures? Okay, now let me keep working.
It's a congenital heart defect that forces too much blood back into the lungs, makes the heart work too hard, and ultimately it would be fatal. On this day, the doctor happens to be a long way from home, but for him, it's part of a routine. We first met up with him the day before at Corpus Christi International Airport, the beginning of a mercy mission made possible through Driscoll Hospital and lots of other caring doctors and nurses.
The majority of these kids have no choice. I mean, they really die if they don't get operated on, and this gives them a chance for life.
So, with Dr. Mark in the co-pilot seat of his own twin-engine Cessna, the mission gets underway with a short flight to McAllen and a short drive to one of the satellite clinics that he operates with partner Dr. Mark Bielefeld. The other clinics are in Laredo and Eagle Pass. You ever forget where you are?
No, sometimes.
Most of these young patients, some just days old, are here for post-operative checkups. They've already had 1 or more surgeries elsewhere. Many have been waiting for hours, but they don't seem to mind.
It's so Goofy on the wall.
Wow, yeah, you like Goofy, yeah?
He was instrumental in getting her the care she needed when she was born. And it's been 4.5 years. We're still here. Do you like to see Dr. Morales? What does he give you when you come?
Chocolate.
As the evening wears on and the waiting room finally empties out, Dr. Morales will have given at least 25 other kids their dose of chocolate. But then it's time to get back on the plane.
All done?
All done. Let's keep going.
About 2 hours later, the really challenging part of this mission begins. We've come to the old silver mining city of Zacatecas in central Mexico, where a group of state government officials and hospital executives have set up at least 7 surgeries.
It's really valuable because the hospital can't make these operations without his help.
And this is the focal point, the payoff. It's where the effort and the training and the organization all come together for just one purpose, and that's to save the life of a child. And in most cases, that's exactly what happens.
Is the right atrium open?
And if you watch carefully, you can actually see the hole in this child's heart being stitched together.
Okay, well, so you can see that. You can see the hole closed. Okay, good.
Now, this incredible state-of-the-art surgery is taking place, as you might imagine, in a hospital that is simply not up to the standards that you and I might expect here in the States. But these kids are still being saved, and tomorrow you'll see how the system works. You'll see what happens to these kids after surgery, and then we'll take you to the next stop on this mission of mercy, the city of Saltillo in Mexico. You're watching a particularly challenging operation. 9-year-old Natalia Valdez was born with a defect that caused the left side of her chest to turn inward. Eventually, her heart and lungs will be unable to function. Dr. Mark Morales, Chief of Cardiothoracic Surgery at Driscoll Children's Hospital in Corpus Christi, has come here to Zacatecas in central Mexico to help her and other kids with life-threatening problems.
Muy buena oportunidad.
She's very happy to have this chance for her girl to be operated.
And it's the kind of surgery that no one else here can do, at least not yet. Dr. Morales will literally have to break all her ribs, remove the cartilage holding them together, and then reshape her chest using this metal bar. Morales, with the help of Driscoll Hospital, has trained a team of doctors and nurses who drove for hours to meet him here in Zacatecas, a city with lots of children and families in need. And this is a very old city, dating back to the 1500s. Much of it has been preserved as a cultural landmark. There are lots of ornate buildings, and they attract tourists from around the world. Many come here for the silver. Zacatecas was founded as a silver mining town. Most of us would think it's a nice place to visit, relaxing. But back at the hospital, a 4-year-old named Carla is being prepped for surgery. Her blue hands and feet indicate that she's got a hole in her heart that won't let enough oxygen-rich blood reach her extremities.
They will close the hole that's in there, and they will open up the tract from the right ventricle or the right side of the heart to the arteries.
Okay.
And after the 3-hour operation, well, see for yourself. Well, what a difference already.
Oh yeah, for her, it's gonna change her life. She'll be able to run around and do things that she didn't do before.
And what about Natalia, the 9-year-old with a deformed chest? Well, she will need more surgery, but as you can see, there's been a big improvement already. 2 days here and 7 kids with a brand new future. This was big news in Zacatecas. Before we left town, the hospital arranged an impromptu news conference to spread the word. But now it's time for the final stop on this mission of mercy, the city of Saltillo, about an hour away by plane. Unlike Zacatecas, Saltillo, with a population of nearly 1 million people, has more of a big city feel to it. There's a Chrysler and General Motors plant here, and there's a freestanding children's hospital that's very busy. And it was here that we saw the first real tension. Members of the surgical team pacing in the OR. For several long minutes, they could not get a 5-month-old boy's heart to start beating again. But then, divine intervention. It does restart. Great news. Later, Dr. Morales tells the child's mother he's decided to leave the incision open for now, just in case. So, will this baby be okay?
Yeah, I think it's okay. It's just going to be sick for the night, but I think tomorrow morning I close the chest and she should be okay.
Okay. And at last report, that little boy was recovering just fine. Now, during our 2 days in Saltillo, there would be at least 5 kids whose lives would either be saved or made dramatically better thanks to the team headed by Dr. Morales. There really wasn't much time for lunches, or certainly nobody got rich here, but I didn't hear one single complaint. And what you could sense during this entire mission was the gratitude, and we certainly appreciate the chance to tag along.